know, the one thing about technology I love, Andy, is that it's always changing, and we always get to try out the latest gear. These are some really cool headphones from a company called Aftershokz, and that's Aftershokz with a Z or Z, depending where you're from. Right. And these are different than the ones you typically use.
They're using what basically can best be described as bone conduction technology to basically get sound, allowing you to hear that sound without actually putting anything on top of your ears or in your ear.
Well, right now I've got the Trex titanium over-the-ear headphones, and if you can see this isn't in my ear, it's not over my ear, they're kind of right out in front, and what's happening is that it's using that bone conduction technology to send the sound through my cheekbones directly to my eardrum. Kind of the same technology that's used in a lot of the hearing aids out there.
Yes, and there's a lot of advantages when you don't have headphones in your ears, because a lot of people, and you see this, you know, you got these active noise canceling headphones and they sound great, you're in your own little world, but what happens when you're like riding a bike and someone's honking at you and you can't hear it? And so that's what I like about these headphones and using that bone conduction technology, is that you're going to be able to hear your surroundings but also still listen to that music through the conduction of your cheekbones.
And that's an important thing. This is fantastic, this type of headphone, for anyone who is active, a cyclist, a jogger. I like taking these commuting as well, because I do like to be aware of what's going on, like traffic. I don't want to get hit by a car as I'm going across a crosswalk. So I can still hear my music, and it sounds fantastic, but I can still hear like cars honking and things like that. So I'm in love with these. It's using Bluetooth 4 on this particular model, so great for managing battery life and what have you. But you get about a 6-hour lifespan out of this before you have to recharge it, which is great.
Yes, and what you're wearing is the premium version of Aftershock. I have here the Blues 2S. This is using Bluetooth 3, but it still has that bone conduction technology. There, you know, it has a built-in battery that you would charge right over here via micro USB. The dials and everything are on here. You can feel it easily, but a great advantage of both of these is that you can take calls as well. So in the event that someone calls you while you're wearing them, you can have a conversation and not have to take them off or disable them to take that call on your smartphone.
So these are quite nice as far as the fit goes. Again, they kind of have a thin band. The titanium model that I have has an even thinner one and is very flexible. Yours is kind of a rigid plastic.
It is a rigid plastic, so it really depends on your price point and comfort level of which one's right for you, but the technology is very, very similar.
And what I like as well, they've got a great button right on the side here. If I need to pause the music for any reason, take calls, you can just click that, and presto kazing, it works like a charm.
So if you're looking for a new pair of headphones, consider Bone Induction Technologies. These are two products from Aftershock. They're probably considered the leaders in bone conduction headphones.